Thanks for tuning into the Force Production Powerlifting channel. My name is Lawrence Malchev, and today I want to address the idea of quitting, of throwing in the towel, of giving into old ways, of saying this is just too much for me, I can't take it anymore. I keep having success, but then I keep falling back into failure. I keep having success, I keep falling back into failure. Oh man, it's just weighing me down. I get it. I get it. That having success, failing, having success, failing, on a grand scale was my life for 3 decades. There's a guy out there, and he messaged me, and his name is Braddock 2000 Norseman. Says, hey Lawrence, I've been fasting for about a year. Lost the same 40 pounds about four times. Getting discouraged. 40 years old, 5'8", 235. Got down to 207 a couple months back. Then just screwed around and got back to 240. Having trouble getting motivated again. Not sure what is wrong with me. I have 2 autistic kids. My wife left 3 years ago. I run my own business and work about 60 to 70 hours a week. Between my kids and work, all I have to do is fast. Would you consider coaching me for accountability, or would you recommend someone else? I think that could be the ticket to help me achieve my goals. Thank you for what you do, and I'm sorry about your folks. You're an inspiration, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's just tackle this sentence by sentence. You've been fasting for about a year. That's no joke, man. You've stuck with something that people find horrifically frightening for a year. You lost the same 40 pounds about 4 times. Outstanding. That means you don't have a quitter's mentality. But you're getting discouraged. You're 40 years old, you're 5'8", 235. And I'm 46, 6 feet, 230. So what? I got down to 207 a couple months back, then just screwed around and got back up to 240. Okay. If you look back into my archives and look at some of the weight loss charts that I have over the past year, I've put on 20 pounds in 1 visit through the drive-thru. Having trouble getting motivated again. That's because you're not driven. Motivation is BS. It's not about being motivated, it's about being driven. Being driven is motivation. Motivation is the ugly duckling of what really counts, which is drive. You have to have vision. You have to have vision. I'm trying to have vision for the next 30, 40 years. I don't try to do it all in one bite. If I screw up, so be it. But you just don't throw in the towel. You have a new way of living. Listen, you've been going at this for a month. I mean, for a year, right? Your thoughts are swimming. They're telling you, oh, this is just, I don't know how I can sustain it. I don't know how I can sustain it. Stay connected to the fasting. Stay connected to all the great things that have come from the fasting if you don't want to fast anymore. If you want to try your luck, if you want to try a strategy out to where you eat 2 to 3 times a day, where you eat smaller meals that are very, very regulated, then do that. He tells me that peanut butter is his food demon. Hey man, I love some peanut butter. Peanut butter's good. Whether it's the super healthy kind, or whether it's the Skippy and Jif that's super smooth, I could eat peanut butter all day. But does it make sense to eat peanut butter all day? No. Does it make sense for me to have peanut butter in the house? No. Does it make sense for me to go eyeballing Nutter Butters when I'm in the store? No. Everything's out there to get you. You have to be your own advocate. Only you can ultimately coach you. You have to know your weaknesses. And you're not going to know your weaknesses if you listen to French Fries. That's the dude's name, French Fries, who tells you, hey man, just do what you want, man. Life's too short. Basically, I'm not even going to poison this video with some of the suggestions this guy is giving you. Now, I'm not gonna demean French Fries and belittle him and talk crap about him, because I'm gonna take the high road. But I'm just gonna say that whatever French Fries is advising you to do, I would do the opposite, because you've gone a year. You've built habits, man. French Fries advises you to not live like me. He calls what I do in the gym punishment. What I do in the gym is not punishment. Okay? What punishment is if I don't do what I do in the gym. Will I be a power lifter until the day I die? Probably not. But do I hope and pray that a barbell will always be in my life? That weights will always be in my life? That resistance training will always be in my life? Yes. Yes. I know old ass men and women. I'm talking women and men in their 70s and 80s who lift weights religiously, who have lives with their grandkids, who have lives outside of the gym, but they make the time. This guy's just asking you to throw it in. My mom at one end of the spectrum, my dad at the other end. My mom never exercised past the age of 40. My dad never stopped exercising his whole life. My mom spent the last year in a deathbed, fighting to get out of it. And she knew she wasn't going to be able to get out of it. And she threw in the towel the last 6 months. And that's okay for her, because she was absolutely beyond help at a certain point. The strokes that she sustained at one time, just, they wrote the ticket. My dad, the last 3 weeks of his life were the last 3 weeks where he wasn't able to do for himself. We're talking about an 82-year-old man who could outwalk me, who could outfast walk me well into his stage 4 cancer. You know why? Because he ran, he jogged, he could do pull-ups, he lifted weights, he watched what he ate, he stayed lean. You're gonna listen to French Fries? The name says it all, right? You're gonna listen to French Fries? You have to have some discipline in your life. You have to have it. You don't have to live like me. I don't ever tell anyone to live like me. I suggest that they resistance train. That's not such a bad thing. I suggest that they fast in some way, shape, or form. And if they want to do the snake diet, then go ahead, by all means, do it. No one's died from it yet. I've never even heard of anyone who's gotten ketoacidosis from it. No one has ever reported getting ketoacidosis from doing the snake diet. That's the biggest warning that people give. You get ketoacidosis. Well, who's gotten it? Please tell me, who are you? Make a video. Tell everyone that you got ketoacidosis from the snake diet. You see, there's no reason for you to throw in the towel and give up one bit. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep learning how to fight. Keep learning how to reduce the number of times that you binge. It's psychological. It takes work. To get a better psychology, you have to think. It doesn't happen overnight. Is that making sense? Yeah, you work 60, 70 hours a week. You got 2 kids with autism. I don't know what end of I don't know where they fall on the autism spectrum, because I know it's a great big giant spectrum. And I sympathize with you, man. I can't relate to you. I cannot relate to you. I don't have your problems. I don't have your troubles. And I really, really am sorry that you have them. But those problems that you have are supposed to be spun into gold. not spun into you being lazy ass sitting on the couch saying, "Oh well, it's not for me. I don't want to live like Lawrence. I can't live like Lawrence to go punish myself in the gym." I'm not asking anybody to do that. That's something I do for myself on my own accord. But human beings are meant to move. They're meant to lift things. They're meant to exercise. That's why we have all these limbs. That's why we have our heart and lungs. Is to move. Is to move. And we can use these limbs. These can be tools to help us get to a better way of living. So I'm begging you, please, Norseman, keep trying. Keep knocking your head against the wall. But as you're knocking your head, keep looking for the tools and the mental cues that are going to help you avoid stumbling so much. 40 pounds is nothing. It's nothing, man. You've kept off 40 pounds you've fought 40 pounds over and over again. Think about it like this, like this opponent that comes up to you like, "Yeah, you want to go again?" You're like, "Yeah, 40 pounds, bring it on. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Come on, let's go." Right? Bring it on. Bring the 40 pounds again. Because you can make it. You made it through once, you can make it through again. Yeah, you get discouraged, man. It's tough. It's tough. Just go through and look at all my weight loss charts over the past year and 2 months. You'll see a guy who's done nothing but screw up bad sometimes. I didn't throw in the towel. You don't give in, you don't throw in the towel. Okay? If there's one thing that I'm going to try to manipulate you to do, and that is to not be a quitter, a stinking quitter. Because I'll tell you what, when I was 27, I was in not as good a shape, but I was a little bit lighter than what I am now. And then I met somebody who broke my heart. Next thing you know, I'm blaming that for being being close to 300 pounds overweight 2 decades later. What a sissy move. And you don't have decades. You don't have weeks and days. You got a family to take care of, man. You don't have time to listen to French fries. Everybody, I direct you to my video, Snake Diet Week 7 of 10, Day 2, electrolytes coming back to normal levels, good thing. And I want you to read what French Fries here has advised our Snake Diet buddy Braddock 2000 Norseman to do. It's despicable. Normally I would delete this comment, but I'm going to keep it up so everyone can see what the devil's advocate sounds like, what it reads like. This is a person who is advising you to go back in your ways, to backslide so horrifically that you will be the person who you used to be and then worse. I can't tell you what to do, man, but I can tell you what I see because I've been there. I backslid into incredible obesity. So this video's gone long enough, and I hope you get it together. And if you drink alcohol, you need to stop that. And if you do any sort of drugs, you need to stop that, because that'll all interfere with progress. It'll all set your mind off in the wrong direction. You'll never get back. You'll never be able to start and stay there if you're a drinker or if you're a doer of drugs. You'll never be able to do it. You think it's hard to sustain a lifestyle of fasting, being completely sober? Yeah, throw drugs and drinking in on there. Anyway, Braddock 2000 Norseman, I hope you keep finding your way, man. I hope you keep the boxing gloves on, or I hope you take them off and go bare knuckle with it, because you can do it, man. You just got to turn it up. You got to get aggressive. Okay? All right. Talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.